Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be reviewing the Ordinary Argireline Solution 10%. So Argireline, as it's correctly pronounced, I think. It says here it's a trademark of Lipotech SAU. So basically it's like a laboratory or company that have created this peptide, and the Ordinary license it so they can sell it to us at affordable prices. So they haven't created this themselves, but they've found something that they believe is really, really good and given it to us at a great price. You can't argue with that now, can you? I'm definitely in favour of peptides right now because they do have the ability to repair the skin and help with wrinkles. And usually I go to ingredients like retinol, glycolic acid, sometimes vitamin C to do that, and they are all fantastic. But the downside to them is that they can cause photosensitivity in the skin. I don't think that that's the correct term, I'm not entirely sure, but basically you have to wear SPF with them, and you should be wearing it anyway, but when the summer months come, you're inevitably out, there's UV rays. I kind of want to ease off on things like the retinol a little bit, so I'm really interested in using something else that can kind of work on wrinkles because they are slowly creeping up, I'm not going to lie, and peptides seem like a really, really good option. So even if you don't want to necessarily kind of switch out your retinol for peptides, you can definitely use them in addition and they will help. There are so many different types of peptides, it can almost be quite confusing. I really wanted to try a different one from the Ordinary. I've tried the Matrixyl in the past, which has been great. I've also tried Buffet, which has got a couple of different peptides in, but I really wanted to try this because I haven't tried it before. And what makes this one unique is they say that it works on dynamic folds, which sounds absolutely bonkers. I don't know anyone that's got dynamic folds on their face. I just think of someone's face like folded in half. But I think what they mean by that is, I would like to say here, but these wrinkles that you get from here is like when the face starts to kind of droop a little bit with age. So I can't, like, that's just pulling it up is going to get rid of those lines there, I would imagine. So I'm not sure if it can work on those, but I am using it on those areas. But maybe they mean kind of like crepiness around the eye, those kind of wrinkles, and maybe in here and in here. I'm not so hopeful about these areas, but basically the areas that I'm targeting with this are the forehead, the frown line, but especially around my eyes. This is the area where I'm definitely seeing those fine lines creeping up, and going that close to the eye with retinol can be a bit of a nightmare. Retinol can just really dry out the skin, make it irritated and flaky and all of that kind of thing. So it can be difficult to use those products close to the eyes. So I have definitely seen some benefits on my skin since using this. I've also been using it on my boyfriend Christian. He's been having disasters with his skin recently. His skin's kind of been quite sensitive and irritated, and I just noticed how dehydrated his skin was. He was using the Ordinary Squalene quite a lot, but I just felt like his skin needed hydration. So I've been using this both on myself and him, and I've definitely noticed a smoothing effect in general on both of our skin, especially his, because he's been doing less to it. So I think that because of that, the results were slightly more noticeable. I haven't been using it for that long now, but I do think that you would have to be using it for several months to really kind of notice a difference on slightly more pronounced fine lines. So those ones that you might be getting underneath your eyes. But in terms of the super fine lines that I've got around here, I definitely notice an immediate effect with them. I usually apply this once a day, and I've been applying it as the first step in my routine. Because I'm just targeting my forehead, around my eyes, and just what's left, I just kind of like wipe down here. I think that about 3-4 drops of it is enough. This means that a little goes a long way and it will last a really, really long time, which is really good considering the price. So when you work it out cost per use, you can get really, really good value for money with this. I think that one thing that I've noticed when it comes to using products from the Ordinary is that because they are so affordable, I sometimes end up using too much and wasting them. But you really do only need like 3 or 4 drops of each serum on your face. But I've found myself using like 7 or 8, which is just too much because your skin can't absorb it properly. It's not really good when you're layering other products because it will interfere with what you're putting on top. If you've used too much of each layer, they just can't absorb into the skin properly, and your skin can only absorb that much product at one time. So overall, I am really happy with it. As I've said, I've noticed some smoothing with the skin. I wouldn't say that it's that long term. I would say that it kind of goes away if I don't keep my skin hydrated. As well, I noticed that they come back again, but I think with continued use, it will get better. So this is just like an initial review of this. And as I do with some of the other products, I like to come in when I finish the product or 3 months later and kind of give you a follow-up review, kind of telling you, how it's performed over a longer period of time. So I definitely plan to do that with this. What's great about the Ordinary serums is they are all fragrance free. So in my case, I feel comfortable kind of like tapping them closer to the eye area because I think that that's where you really, really need a product like this. So especially during the summer, I feel like you can make a really good eye cream by just layering a couple of serums like this. So as I mentioned, I just applied this to clean skin after I've applied some kind of essence or toner, and then I will go on top with some kind of hyaluronic acid. So if you've layered some toner, then you've put on this and then some hyaluronic acid, then that might be enough for your eye area unless it's very dehydrated, and then I would go on with a designated eye cream. Always be very, very, very careful when you're applying any products close to the eye area. You don't want to get them in the eye area, and it can be very sensitive. So I always say it works for me, but when you're doing it on yourself, always proceed with caution because everyone's skin reacts slightly different to products. So just because it's fine with me, very close to the eye area, it might not be for you. So yeah, just wanted to clarify that you should just double check that. I'm really happy that I chose this one and I decided to get it, and I look forward to kind of seeing how it might work on my more stubborn lines like this, my frown lines, and on like my expression lines on my forehead. But they are expression lines that are kind of created by the way that I move my face, and you can just tell by the way that I talk about skincare products that my face moves quite a lot when I am passionate about something. So I'm not sure if it will be able to help with those, but I'm excited to try it out with continued use and see what it can do. If you've tried this yourself, please let me know what you think in the comments. I always love to hear your feedback on different products because sometimes people have got a completely different kind of experience using something than I have, and it also helps other people in the comments as well to kind of decide whether it might be the right product for them to try or not. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. There is lots and lots of skincare content coming your way, usually on Wednesdays and Sundays. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one.